Hey folks, B59 back, and we're sitting here watching our brick barge head down the Ohio River to Evansville Wharf, and it's going to drop off a load of bricks there. So when we ended episode 2, and we're now starting episode 3 of this Transport Fever 2 run of Piasa Transport on the Old Man River map. When we left, it was February 1855, and we were making about $300,000 a year in revenue. I've run it, let it run, and done some very minor optimizations, and wanted to pay off some of the loans that we incurred getting this river service up and running, and leave ourselves a bit of a cushion for the next projects. So where do we stand today? Well, it is February 6th, 1862, and we're making pretty good bank. We're making about $700,000 a year, which is pretty nice. What we want to do is there's some things we want to get going here, but you can see from our chart that we're still making pretty good money off of our road network with $416,000 this year, and the year's not over yet. And on our water network, we're now making $264K. That was last year. And if we look at our boats, we'll see that this barge that's running stone up to the brickwork and back is doing really well. It's the line is making about $140K. If we look at the finances, we'll see that we've had, a series of pretty good years, and it kind of goes in since they hit in different years sometimes, the big payoffs. There's a little bit of variety, but bottom line is we're making good money on that line, and so it was a good move. Similarly, over here on our food barge, it's making pretty good money too. For both of them, they're running one way full and the other way partially full. So here in, if we look at our food, we're still only producing about 34 a year because that's all the demand that we have. But the demand is making a difference here. The supply is making a difference. So Cape Girardeau is now receiving 90% of its supply. It has a 100% growth rate, which means that from the original target population of 52, we now have a target population of 109. Similarly, here in Evansville, we're getting only half of what we need, and I don't know if that's because we don't have enough coverage. Could be. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, I see what's happening now. There's a number of places that just aren't getting the bricks they need. So what we need to do is we need to move our line. And let's go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to put it on pause a second. Let's close this. And then shut down this, and then add a new line in, or a drop off rather, up here a little bit further, where it captures all of the businesses that want it. And so hopefully that'll have a positive effect on the amount of bricks that are constructed up here at the Louisville Construction Materials Plant and the number that we're bringing down. So some of the things that we want to do here today is we still don't have a delivery line in for our tools at Memphis, and we don't have any delivery of the bricks into Louisville, which is right next door and needs them as well. So we're gonna do those, and then I know I said I was going to start a St. Louis passenger service, and we may get that started today. But I think what I really want to do, and this is something else that's going to make us some money and help a couple of cities. I want to drop a bridge in here between Columbia and Jefferson City. Bring this stone down to this construction material plant, and then we can take bricks from here to there and bring food back to Jefferson City. So we'll have trucks going both ways, and they'll be full each time. So that's the plan for today, and let's get going. We'll take care of some of the easy stuff first, and that is let's get our deliveries in of tools down here in Memphis. So first, we need a street, and let's make it curved. Let's see, we need the tools down here. That should work pretty well. Yeah, that gets everywhere. So we'll drop that in. And we'll create a new line from here to here. And we'll load tools. And at the other stop, we'll unload tools, and we will wait until we're full before moving. And we'll color this kind of this great blue toolish color, or sky blue, I guess it is. And let's get a couple of carriages. Let's start with 3. And that's good. Now let's take a peek at this line. Yeah, that looks fine. And what we're going to do is we're going to name it Delivery Tools Memphis, rather, Tools. Okay, so that one's done. Then if we go up here to Louisville on the Ohio River, we can do the same thing. We just need to get a cargo station in. There we go. We're going to probably need a depot up here too. So do we have a good spot for that? Maybe right here. Okay. Now let's get a drop-off as well. That looks fine for now. And the line will go from did we not get our... Oh, we're auto-saving. There we go. This is going to be brick red. We'll wait till full. Load bricks. At the other end, we'll unload them. All right, that's done. And right now, we only need 30 bricks in town, so I think 3 will be 3 vehicles would be more than enough. And let's get those on our new line 1. And let's name that line 2. That'll be delivery Louisville bricks. Okay, those are done, and they were easy, and maybe they'll make us some more money. Now let's get over here to Jefferson City and Columbia on the Missouri River. And by the way, you can see why St. Louis was kind of the gateway to the west. The Mississippi, or rather the Illinois, comes in here and goes up to Chicago. The Mississippi comes through here, and the Missouri comes into here, and the Ohio comes down here, and the Tennessee comes here. I mean, there's just a ton of rivers flowing in here, and major rivers with a lot of traffic on them over the years. So, what are we going to do down here? Well, I want to create a bridge over here, but I don't want to compromise the ability to put boats along the area. So it's going to have to be high enough that we allow navigable water underneath. Now, I think what we're going to want to do is take a look at the elevation here, because we want this to be as high as possible on this side. That's already a pretty good height, so that we don't have too much of a hump in the bridge. So if we look at the elevations, we can walk along the road here. We can see that's 4 meters. Here it was 4. 6 here. 6 here. 6 here. So we want to come across right about here. Right through here. 6.5 meters right here, 6 meters, yeah. So let's get a medium-sized country road in. But let's make it straight. Okay, and now how much are we going to have to raise this? Ooh, it's pretty high. I think that's enough, as long as they touch, for a boat to still get through. We're going to try it and see what happens. So we've got our bridge in there. We already have a bridge here, but we have a long, snaky route, and I don't think we really need to do that, because there is an elevation gain there, but it's not as bad as it looks. So if we come out with our road right here, and let's make it curvy. That's actually fairly flat there. Okay, not bad at all. So we've got the road in, we've got our bridge in, and now we just need to hook up this network. So let's get that going. Cargo station here. Get it down pretty far if we can. No sense in going up the hill any further than we have to. Put that there, and we'll get a drop-off in. We can leave the drop-off even on this side of the river. Okay, and let's go ahead and let's name these Jefferson City Quarry. And Jefferson City brick works drop off. Create a new line, make it beautiful. No, it's not bricks. These are still stone, so let's make it kind of gray. Run from here to the quarry to the drop off. Wait till full. Pick up stone. Unload the stone. Now we're going to want to bring this road straight in here, so let's go ahead and do that. And we'll create our... I think we might want to do a platform on each side, one for Jeff City and one for Columbia. Let's see, where do we want to put this? Nah, I don't like this. And so we'll get it over here. And this will be the Jefferson City Brickworks. You know what I'm wondering is if we drop it off here, it will service all of this area. So we should probably, I think that's right. So let's take a look and see, will that cover when we bring the food back in? Is everybody getting coverage? Yeah, even that one. So that's good. And then over here, I think we're going to move this, because what I don't want is I don't want to come through town. I think I want to come through here. Maybe even up here, or at least through here, at least off the main route. And we'll put our construction, our cargo station, right here. And we're actually going to need 3 platforms. We're going to need one that's going to be holding the bread that goes into all of this area. And then we're going to need one for the bread that's going over Jeff City. And then one for the bricks that are coming in. So let's do, all right, 2 on the left. Now let's do 2 on the right. Oh no, we're already broke. We're paused. We should be moving because we need to make money. Well, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and borrow it because we did pay off and the loans we took last time, so we have $5 million in the bank. So let's go ahead and borrow that. We'll put this in here. Oh shoot! I should have dropped this first. That's all right. We have 1 here. Delivery. Pause for a minute. After Columbia sidings, we'll change that to, and then we will get rid of Columbia sidings, and we'll load food, and unload everything else, and wait till full. And we're probably going to want to change our drop-off spot too. Well, we can unpause now for a minute while we think about this. Because what we're probably going to want to do is see if we can load both bricks and food on the same delivery line. In which case we may not need a separate platform for the bricks and the food. Let's give it a try and see what happens. So let's put a new drop-off in, and if we put it here, it covers all the current needs for bricks. Or we could even just put it here. Let's put it right there. Oh, again, I should have dropped that. So at Columbia Exchange, we're going to add a station here. We'll have it drop off everything. Get rid of this one. And then we can remove these two. And now we need to create, these probably should be a little bigger. I'm going to put a separate, another cargo platform. Yeah, okay. So we will create a new line from Columbia to Jeff City Brickworks. And this line is going to pick up, it's going to load food here, and it's going to unload bricks. And then when it gets to Jeff City, it's going to do the opposite. It's going to load bricks and unload food. And we'll make it, because it's a mixture of red and green, we're going to make it orange. There we go. And now let's get some vehicles for it. And we'll start with 5. And let's go ahead and name this. Let's call it Food Brick Trucks Columbia, Memphis, or Jeff. And now let's see. Are we gonna start? Oh, do we? We don't have any. We don't have any trucks there, so we need to get some in there too. Let's go ahead and do that. Where would be a good place to put a depot here? You know, we're gonna do it right here. And we'll get 10 here. And we need to name this line too. And these are stone trucks from Jeff. Got my autosave set to 15 minutes to try to give a little bit more time between those, but I think I might need to set it to 30. I don't know. It's very slow saves. This is a very large map, by the way. And the computer I'm using is very powerful. It's relatively new. I just built it recently, but it still takes a long time on these very large maps to complete the save. All right, so that's going now. We are actually getting bricks, or rather stone here. We've got the trucks coming out. And do we have any food being... What do we show as our consumers here? Excellent. Jeff City is now a consumer. And this shows that we're going to be able to make 100. Columbia requires 38 and Jeff City requires 22, so for now that's fine. What we're going to need to do at some point though is bring this farm online as well, and if we do that, I think then we will kick up to the next level. Or maybe it'll just happen automatically once we don't even need to get the other farm on, we just need to get the shipments up. So in any case, that's good, so we can stop that for now, check on it a little bit later. Now, during the period when I was letting everything pay off, I did visit all of our lines and just look to see where I had trucks backing up and where I had supplies backing up. And then I tried to balance it out. I had too many trucks on this line, and I could probably still take a truck out, and I may do that because because it's wasteful to have them just sitting there in line. I just don't want to be in the situation where food's piling up or the grain's piling up, but we'll take that one out, get a little money back, save some maintenance. Haha, look at this. Why are you stuck? What are you guys doing? They're lumber trucks. I have too many of those. Is this blocking? Oh. Oh, he can't turn around. Is that the problem? So do we have, let's see what our terminal situation is. So we have the food and the tools delivery on the same terminal. That's the problem. Let's try putting, let's see, which ones should we move? I think we could move whatever is a drop-off. Like the food trucks. Let's try moving those over to Terminal 2. And it's still blocked up here. Okay, I think they're going now. Although he didn't pick up anything. He did. Alright, so we're starting to pick them up. We've got just 2 trucks. I think we need to get another truck there. Okay. Alright, so there we are. I think before we tackle the passenger service in St. Louis, I think we'll do that next time and just take a quick spin around of our lines and see how they're doing. It looks like we are getting more bricks coming into Evansville now. Yeah, so this time he's gonna pick up how many? Let's watch him come in. Yeah. So 134K is what he made, and this time he's picking up 44 bricks. That's considerably better than what he was doing previously. So this line is going to make more money, and Evansville is going to be happier, and we're just going to have to watch and make sure that we have enough delivery trucks in Evansville to get all the bricks out. And then in Fort Wayne, our food continues to be about the same. Our delivery here is pretty much, this is one of them I also kind of min-maxed, and it's now got exactly the number of trucks it needs to ship all 100, or rather 200 out of Lansing Farm. And then in Des Moines, again, it's also very highly tuned, and it's it actually looks like we may be able to put one more truck in here now. I think this is one I've been going back and forth on. So let's go ahead and clone this to make one more truck. You could get a little persnickety on this, but I am trying to maximize money. I don't have a ton of money, and so I think it pays to do it. I did the same thing here. I think I might have taken out one too many trucks, so let's get another truck in here and see if that even sings out. And then over here in Jeff City, we're got the bricks going now. Let's see. What we don't have, though, we have delivery of food, but we don't have delivery of bricks. So let's just add the bricks to that. Now we should start to bring some bricks over from, yeah, it's got, you know what, we need a delivery line here too. So let's do that. This will get us complete coverage. So let's do that. Actually, you know, before I do this, let me check this. I want to make sure I'm not misreading it. Now, it's not showing any bricks for delivery here. So it does need a line. So let's create a new line, and it will be red. Actually, it's going to be orange again, because we're going to use it to deliver both bricks and food. And it will go from here to here. It will load food and bricks. And then here it will unload both. And we'll get 3 vehicles on this. And we'll name this as well. Delivery Jeff bricks food. Now we should hopefully start to see some bricks appearing over here. And we show now as consumers Jeff City only needing 4. That doesn't sound right. It might take a while to ramp up. Yeah, it's now up to 5, 6. Okay, that's going to take a while to ramp up, but then that'll be fine. And then over here, let me just... Oh yeah, we're starting to see some bricks be delivered. Okay, the bricks and goods are here, waiting to be delivered into Columbia. Excellent. I think we may need another vehicle here too. Let's put 2 more in. You know, I don't think I like the direction this line is taking. I think I'd prefer that it go through here. You know what? Traffic is not a problem now. So maybe since this is fastest, we'll leave it on this for now. But keep an eye on it, and if traffic starts to build up through this area, or worse yet, if we start to get some emissions problems in Columbia, which right now are not a problem, then we'll think about moving the line. I mean, we could do a bypass, and it's not a bad idea, so we'll keep that in mind, because I don't want to see traffic jams in Columbia. So before we leave, though, let's also just take a quick look at St. Louis. This is going to be very interesting. By the way, I am playing this playthrough quite a bit differently than I did last time, when I did my original run through 1902. Instead, last time I started with riverboats up in this region, connected up Alton and Springfield, set trams between Alton and Springfield, and then trams between St. Louis and Alton, and did all of that, and it worked pretty well. So we're going to repeat some of that now, but last time that's kind of where I started, and this time it's where we're going to go next. So St. Louis, I think what we'll end up doing is a tram line here and a tram line here, and maybe one into Alton, and then, you know, get a harbor in. But I'll tell you what, it's kind of tricky here. There's not great options for the harbor. St. Louis is built right up to the edge. We could put it here. It ends up, you know, being a bit out of the way, considering the boats are coming here. It'd be nice to put it right here. This is where I've had it before. It's a pretty steep run up, though, from here until there. Well, we can take a closer look at that next time, and I might think about this in the meantime. You can see here our mouse cursor's at 4 meters, and here it's at 13. So that's, if you drop the harbor in here, you've got a pretty steep climb to get back up here, and you have to knock down some buildings too, which is okay, but expensive. All right, so I'm going to pay off the 500 grand we borrowed this time, and then let's end by taking one of our. Let's go through Columbia on our. Yeah, that's pretty nice. That's very nice. So with that, I'm gonna let us have a quiet ride through Columbia to the warehouse, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks, folks.